The Right Honorable Speaker, leadership of the House, honorable members of Parliament, members of the Council of State, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of political parties, the Gamantase, independent constitutional bodies, civil society organizations, the Indian community in Ghana, Mache. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm deeply honored to address this esteemed house today.
It is a privilege to be in Ghana, a land that radiates the spirit of democracy, dignity, and resilience. As the representative of the world's largest democracy, I bring with me the goodwill and greetings of 1.4 billion Indians. Ghana is known as the land of gold, not just for what lies under your soil, but as much for the warmth and strength in your heart. When we look at Ghana, we see a nation that shines with courage, that rises above history,
That meets every challenge with dignity and grace. Your commitment to democratic ideals and inclusive progress truly made Ghana a beacon of inspiration for the entire African continent. Friends, last evening was a deeply moving experience. Receiving your national award from my dear friend, President Mahama, is an honor. I will always cherish that. इस सम्मान के लिए मैं 140 करोड़ भारतीयों की तरफ से घाना के लोगों का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। On behalf of the 1.4 billion people of India,
I thank the people of Ghana for this honor.
I dedicate it to the enduring friendship and shared values that bind India and Ghana.
Distinguished members, earlier today, I had the honor of paying tribute to a visionary and statesman and beloved son of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He once said, "The forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keep us apart. His words continue to guide our shared journey. His vision was
a democratic republic built on strong institutions.
true democracy promotes discussion and debate. It unites people.
It supports dignity and promotes human rights. Democratic values may take time to grow, but it is our responsibility to preserve and nurture them. Friends, India is the mother of democracy.
हमारे लिए लोकतंत्र एक सिस्टम नहीं बल्कि संस्कार है। हजारों वर्षों से लोकतंत्र ने भारतीय समाज को निरंतर गति दी है। फॉर अस डेमोक्रेसी इज नॉट merely a system. It is a part of our fundamental values. From thousands of years ago, we have examples of centers like Vaishali. The Rig Veda, one of the world's oldest scriptures, says, Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishwataha. It means let good thoughts come to us from all directions. This openness to ideas is the core of democracy. India has over 2,500 political parties. I repeat, 2,500 political parties. Twenty different parties governing different states. 22 official languages.
Thousands of dialects. This is also the reason that people who came to India have always been welcomed with open hearts. The same spirit helps Indians integrate easily wherever they go. Even in Ghana, they have blended into society just like sugar in tea. Distinguished members, the histories of India and Ghana bear the scars of colonial rule.
But our spirits have always remained free and fearless. We draw strength and inspiration from our rich heritage. We take pride
in our social, cultural, and linguistic diversity. We built nations rooted in freedom, unity, and dignity. Our relationship knows no bounds. And with your permission, may I say, our friendship
is sweeter than your famous sugar loaf pineapple. With President Mahama, we have decided to elevate our ties to a comprehensive partnership. Friends, the world order created after the Second World War is changing fast. The revolution in technology, the rise of the global south, and shifting demographics are contributing to its pace and scale. The challenges, such as colonial rule, that humanity has faced in the earlier centuries, still persist in different forms. The world is also facing new and complex crises such as climate change, pandemics, terrorism, and cybersecurity. Institutions created in the last century are struggling to respond. The changing circumstances demand credible and effective reforms in global governance. Progress cannot come without giving voice to the global south. We need more than slogans. We need action. That is why during India's G20 presidency, we worked with the vision, one earth, one family, one future. We put emphasis on Africa's rightful place at the global high table. We are proud that the African Union became a permanent member of the G20 during our presidency. Friends, for India, our philosophy is humanity first. We believe in Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Paschantu, Ma Kaschid Dukh Bhag Bhavet. It means may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all feel what is auspicious, may no one suffer in any way. This philosophy embodies India's approach to the world. It guided our actions during the COVID pandemic. We shared vaccines and medicines with over 150 countries, including our friends in Ghana. We launched Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, to address climate change and promote sustainable living. This inclusive spirit powers our global initiative like One World, One Sun, One Grid, and One World, One Health for a healthier planet. International Solar Alliance to encourage solar energy and sustainability. International Big Cat Alliance to protect wildlife. And the Global Biofuel Alliance to advance clean biofuels and cut carbon emissions. I am glad that Ghana, as a founding member, will host the African regional meeting for the International Solar Alliance this September. This demonstrates our shared belief that the world is one family. Distinguished members, over the past decade, India has seen a major transformation. The people of India have reposed their faith in peace, security, and development. Last year, they re-elected the same government for the third consecutive time. Something that happened after more than 6 decades. Today, India is the fastest growing emerging economy. On the foundations of stable polity and good governance, India will soon be the third largest economy. We already contribute nearly 16% to global growth. Our demography is paying its dividend. India now has the world's third largest startup ecosystem. India is an innovation and technology hub where global companies want to converge. We are recognized as the pharmacy of the world. Indian women today lead in science, space, aviation, and sports. India landed on the moon.
And today, an Indian is in orbit giving wings to our human space flight mission. और कितना सुखद संयोग है कि भारत के कई गौरव भरे क्षण में अफ्रीका जुड़ा हुआ है। जब भारत ने चंद्रयान के चांद के साउथ पोल पर लैंड किया तो उस दिन भी मैं अफ्रीका में था। और आज जब एक भारतीय एस्ट्रोनॉट मानवता के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए स्पेस स्टेशन में एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर रहा है, मैं एक बार फिर अफ्रीका में हूँ। अफ्रीका हैज बीन कनेक्टेड टू मैनी ऑफ इंडियाज प्राउडेस्ट मोमेंट्स इन स्पेस. When India Chandrayaan landed on the moon's south pole, I was in Africa. And today, as an Indian astronaut conducts experiments on board space station for the welfare of humanity, I am once again in Africa. This is no ordinary coincidence. It reflects the deep bond we share our common aspirations, and our shared future. Our development is inclusive. Our growth touches the lives of every Indian. The people of India have resolved to make India a developed nation by 2047 when we celebrate 100 years of independence. As Ghana continues to pursue the path of progress and prosperity, India shall walk with you shoulder to shoulder on this road. Friends, आज ग्लोबल उठा पटक के हर किसी के लिए चिंता का कारण है। ऐसे में भारत का लोकतंत्र आशा की किरण बना हुआ है। उसी प्रकार से भारत की विकास यात्रा ग्लोबल ग्रोथ को गति देने वाली है। विश्व का सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र एक ऐसा स्तंभ है जो जितना मजबूत होगा दुनिया को उतना ही सशक्त बनाएगा। वैश्विक स्थिरता बढ़ाने में योगदान करेगा। In these times of global uncertainty, India's democratic stability shines as a ray of hope. India's rapid progress is a catalyst for global growth. As the world's largest democracy, India is a pillar of strength for the world. A strong India will contribute to more stable and prosperous world. After all, our mantra is सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास. It means together for everyone's growth, with everyone's trust and effort. India remains a committed partner in Africa's development journey. We support Africa's Development Framework Agenda 2063 to secure a bright and sustainable future for its people. Africa's goals are our priorities. Our approach is to grow together as equals. Our development partnership with Africa is demand-driven. It is focused on building local capacities and creating local opportunities. Our objective is not just to invest, but to empower, to help develop self-sustaining ecosystems. It is my honor to give further momentum to this partnership. In 2015, we hosted the India-Africa Summit. President Mahama was one of our esteemed guests. In 2017, India hosted the annual meeting of the African Development Bank. We have expanded our diplomatic presence to 46 countries across Africa. Over 200 projects across the continent enhance connectivity, infrastructure, and industrial capacity. Every year, our India-Africa Business Conclave
generates new opportunities. In Ghana, we inaugurated the Tema Pakdan railway line last year. It is the largest infrastructure project in this part of the African region. We welcome Ghana's own efforts to accelerate economic integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Ghana also holds great potential to become an IT and innovation hub in the region. Together, we will shape a future full of promise and progress. Distinguished members, free and fair elections are the soul of any democracy. It is encouraging to see our electoral commissions working closely together. I am confident that India's Election Commission will be honored to share its experience in conducting the world's largest elections with full trust and transparency. Parliamentary exchanges are also a cornerstone of the relationship between our two democracies. I recall the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association meeting held in Accra in 2023. It welcomed the largest Indian parliamentary delegation to Ghana, including state legislators in India. We deeply value such vibrant dialogue. I welcome the establishment of Ghana-India Parliamentary Friendship Society in your parliament. I propose to further reinforce our parliamentary ties. I invite you to visit the new Parliament of India. You will be able to see the bold steps we have taken to reserve 1/3 of seats in the Indian Parliament and state assemblies for women. You can witness the debate and discussions that are the hallmark of the Indian democracy. I assure you, they are as spirited and passionate as the game of your beloved Black Stars. Friends, India and Ghana share a dream
where every child gets opportunities, where every voice is heard, when nations rise together, not apart. Dr. Nkrumah had said, and I quote, "I am not African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me." Unquote. In the same way, India carries Africa in its heart. Let us build a partnership not only for today, but for generations to come. Thank you. Medam Vase.